Welcome to
Hey everybody,
Hey,
how's it going?
Hey, you
We're
guys.
live. It's the chat. We're ready to talk about some crazy things. How's everyone's weekend? How was your weekend?
weekend was great. I had a good weekend. Got a chance to spend some time with my play sister. We went out not out of town, but we went to Williamsburg to the outlets. Um, I don't know. I think I told you guys that me and Justin we're in counseling. So one of our assignments is we have to build our own separate tribes because pretty much it's just me and him together all the time, which we know we've learned is not healthy. So yesterday was this weekend was our time to spend time apart with our friends. So he went to the wine festival, got pissy drunk, I heard,
Ooh, I can't
and
hear.
yeah, and then I went to Williamsburg and spent a whole bunch of money.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can't hear us?
I don't think she can hear us.
Uh-oh.
All right, well, she'll be right back, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, Yvonne. Hey, Laura. We have a great show for y'all tonight. For my weekend, sort of the same thing. Well, I mean, not in terms of not literally the same thing. I'm just saying that we did try and spend some time away with the pandemic and our daughter. We do spend a lot of time together. So I went to a golfing range with one of my friends. That was really fun. Eugene, he was in here last week causing a storm in the comments. Tanika, how about you? What did you do this weekend?
So actually, I was traveling. I didn't really announce it when I left, but I was gone for 3 weeks, and so now I'm back home, and I came back home yesterday. So we and 21 days is a long time not to see my mini me's face. So so I got a chance to stop by and see her. So yeah, but my weekend was pretty good. My friend, she competes in like the bikini contest, so we went to her competition. She won first place in all three, and
wow.
yeah, and so and she's absolutely gorgeous, but it's just amazing to see the women that are in certain age categories, and the courage one that they have and the discipline too that they have. So it's just amazing just to see that. But yeah, so I'm back home, and my weekend that's what my weekend consisted of. So for everybody that's tuning in really fast, make sure that you just let us know where you're tuning in from, and make sure you share the live. We are going to jump right in our topics in just a minute. And again, like, hey, Laura, everybody's like, and hey, Gertha, how are you? And thanks for being here. Like, continue to share, and then make sure you stay on the chat with us because we definitely have some really good topics that we're going to cover. We want to get everybody's input. I don't know what happened to Will, but anyway, he'll come back on in just a second. So, Chanel, how was your weekend?
Hey, y'all. Sorry I had some technical difficulties. I couldn't hear you guys at first, so I had to like go back out and in. My weekend was pretty dope. Major fashion show on Saturday. I don't know if you guys heard of Sassy Jones. That brand, it was a huge fashion show in Richmond on Saturday. Yesterday I just spent some time creating and cleaning. So
creating and cleaning. Okay.
There we go.
Creating and clean. When you create, you got to clean up your mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's horrible, but pretty good weekend. I can't complain.
Well, that's good. Well, you know what? Summer is officially over. It's
Oh,
cold. I'm tired of it already. I don't even own, I'm like, do I even own a jacket? I don't feel like going into my closet. But thinking about Summer, Summer Walker, a new well, relatively new artist. She released a new single, and it seems like people aren't too warm regarding its reception. They said it's too upbeat. They're not looking for another TikTok trend, and they're looking for their sad celebrity who just sings sad songs. What happened to sad Summer Walker? Why can't she be happy? What do y'all think about that?
so they don't want her to grow professionally or creatively. They want to keep her inside of a box, pretty much.
And she just recently came out of a relationship, correct?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
think
who-
so. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what is funny to me about that is that people who come out of relationships and then do better, like better than they were when they were in the relationship. Like I just think that people prey too much on other people's downfalls. And it's just like, okay, as long as you were stagnant, as long as you weren't doing better than me in this fake Instagram world, or as long as you're sad or whatever, miserable, then everything is wonderful. But as soon as you just see the stuff, just like when everybody thought that, oh my gosh, the young lady that was missing. Oh my God, what her name just slipped my mind.
Was it another artist?
Yes.
You talking about Chloe Bailey?
No, they was missing. She was in the hospital. They said she thought she had COVID.
Kelly
And then,
Price.
yes.
Kelly Price.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, when everybody thought she was missing, that's all you read up and down the timeline, up and down the timeline. You've seen that, but you haven't even heard anything else about her. Like, she's okay, she's great, she's wonderful, everything's good. You haven't even heard anything about her, how her mental state is now. So I just think that people really just insert themselves way too much and prey upon others' downfalls way too much.
Right, like as if they can't be entertained by Summer Walker because she isn't sad. That's weird, right? I mean, like that's a little wild.
Very weird.
I mean, I'm not saying the song is her best song, but I mean, if it's because she's not sad, right? What do you think, Chanel? Have you listened to it?
Well, I think that people are allowed to change and evolve. I mean, what's wrong with that?
So
I mean, maybe she was intentional about not being in that space. I mean, we don't need another Adele album over a breakup. I mean, can we live a little bit? I mean, she's allowed not to be in that space.
But the funny that you mentioned Adele, because Adele is in a new relationship and she's lost all the weight, and it's been 14 years, I think they said, since she's come out with the album. I think it's
been a long time.
It's been that long?
I don't think it's been that long.
Like 6.
Yeah.
14, she wasn't even around.
14 years.
Maybe 4. I don't know.
I think 2014.
Yeah.
How many?
6.
I want to say 2014, 2014.
Yeah. Maybe it was okay. Maybe I caught the year.
That Hello CD.
Yeah, well, that's like the 6-year mark. Yeah.
I know that song all too well, also well. Yeah. That was my breakup song.
And they said it's a really good album. So, what do y'all think? What do y'all think in the comments? What do y'all think about people who really is like, like as long as you're sad and are seemingly to be sad,
misery loves company.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
Right. So y'all in the comments, do you think that celebrities should be sad in order for you to be entertained?
No, but I think that the negative, or the negative headlines get the most, publicity. I mean, you hear a great story and you hear it once or twice and it's over.
True. That's true.
So it makes for good, good entertainment for those that aren't living it.
What about just trying to typecast somebody? So she's not, as an artist, she's not allowed to evolve and do something, unexpected.
That's what I was saying that's what I was thinking when I brought up Chloe Bailey. Because if you guys remember when society perceived her change from little sweet girl to like a vixen.
Exactly.
She was persecuted as well.
Exactly. To that award ceremony performance. That was like a big change. But I don't know. Because I was watching something and Adele has a new CD out and people were commenting they like fat Adele. And I was like, why would you say that? She's airing herself, she's feeling confident. Why would an idiot say something like that?
Because you just said it was just an idiot. Just that's just it. That's just it.
So they referred to her old album as Fat Adele album.
I don't know if they were talking about her old, but it was a spread where she did like a Vogue. I think it was a London Vogue and then a American Vogue, and she looked really, really good. So I don't know if like she has this confidence and maybe she's become difficult. I don't know, but they were just like they like Fat Adele.
Well, I wouldn't say that I like Fat Adele. I would say that the way she looked, it went along with the storylines in her album.
What does that mean?
I mean, now she's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I'm a plus size girl. So I'm not thinking about plus size women.
Fix it, Lord.
What fixes you? But she's beautiful. Okay, we're all plus size. Yay, plus size. I'm right there with you, but you ain't plus size no more.
I'm medium large.
But what I'm saying is, it's almost like with her transformation, I feel like her music should have transformed a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Do you think that she became okay? So because it's almost like as in a sense that you carry yourself differently when you go. Perhaps sometimes people who are plus size and they go small, but I think that sometimes the mentality does not always go with.
And it appears as though with this song, because I haven't listened to the whole album, but it's like I think she's kind of the same Adele musically, and people are having a difficult. That's why they're saying they like probably saying that Adele better, because they can't relate the type of music. I feel like if she had tried. I get what they're saying. So I'm not saying I like Adele. I just feel like a transformation, total transformation they probably was expecting. And it's like, I can't imagine this size 6 sex symbol. Oh, she's so delicious. She changed everything to still be singing.
Hello.
Oh, he left me.
See, I'm starting to think, like Shanika just said, it's like, well, I expect a fat woman to say hello, but I don't expect a skinny woman to say. You hear what I mean? Right? That's where I'm going with it.
So y'all get off my back. I was on to something. That's exactly what I'm like. They expect when she opened up her mouth with this little size 6 body to be still saying hello.
Oh, so her body doesn't match her voice.
It doesn't match the attitude of the song.
I think because what I'm hearing, because I'm sure what I'm hearing is not what you're trying to say, but I just feel like it's like if you go from this to this, then it's almost like what you were doing when you were plus size, you shouldn't be doing when you skinny. Like I'm just, or like the attitude or the mentality or whatever, you shouldn't be. It should be different. It's like, okay, now your songs need to fit what you look like versus. Like
I understand what you're saying, but perhaps consider that not that the song need to match what you look like, but your state of mind and attitude is showing forth in the song. So where was the transformation? Was it just physical?
That kind of makes me think of Lizzo.
Was it just a physical transformation? Because, I'm someone who's lost a significant amount of weight. That doesn't just happen in the physical. That happens in the mental. That happens in the emotional. You approach relationships differently. You see breakups differently a lot of times. So while she was in that body, something transformed in her mind to put her through this transformation.
So are you saying
Okay, go ahead.
No, from what I'm trying to marry her thoughts with what I'm thinking as well. Are you saying like with her when she was heavier and the type music that she was singing? I'm listening. I'm thinking about because I really like her. Listening to the songs she used to sing, those were probably the struggles that she was dealing with, the low self-esteem and putting out that type music. Now she's lost weight. She's definitely with this new person. She's probably feeling a lot better. So her music is different, what she writes and what she's putting out. But people may be attracted to the other type music that she's putting out. So when they say, I like the fat, I like fat, what's her name? Fat Adele. It could be that like that type music that she was putting out.
Right. And those people related to where she was in her life at that time, that frame of mind and that content that she put out. So in all actuality, if she don't have Ride or Die, she's going to lose viewers because they can't relate anymore.
Right.
But is it also they can't relate with her body, or is it they can't relate to her music? Because I think that's different. I think that people, because even with Luther Vandross, people was like, "Oh, I like the big Luther versus the smaller Luther," and it was. Just
I think they associate the two.
Yeah. That's if she writes her music and if she sings music that really resonates with what she's going through in life. Or unless she's just a person people say, here, sing this song, and she sings it. But if she's reading about her experiences, which I thought she was, especially with Hello, she was going through the relationship. That song, it was on the radio all day, every day, and I could listen to
Hello, it's me.
Yes, exactly. Every music I haven't heard about it, but I'm sure it's not going to be that same old woe is me broken heart music. I'm pretty much sure because she's in a different place.
Now, Amy here thinks that she didn't have low self-esteem.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
she may not have had low self-esteem, but she was certainly down in the dumps.
Okay. Right. Maybe she was confidently sad.
I'm almost feeling like, low self-esteem is associated with being plus size. Like I'm just feeling some type of way about that.
Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
We're not gonna have a repeat.
Right? Yeah. No, I like her because it was moving in slow motion. So this was with Monique. Monique was infamous for saying she was a happy fat bitch. This. She was, proud to be big. All of a sudden, Monique is skinny as I don't know what.
Mm-hmm.
So what was there low self-esteem? What happened? I don't understand. If you were happy doing that,
I don't think that she had low self-esteem. I still don't think, I don't think that she had low self-esteem. I think that she might have had some concerns. I mean, because I'm okay. First of all, I don't think that she has low self-esteem. And I think that when people feel like plus size people go lose weight, that's the first thing that they think. It's like, oh, they got low self-esteem. That's why they lost all their weight. And it's like, no, but perhaps it's because I'm having thyroid problems, or perhaps I have health issues, and I have to lose this weight. It's not a choice. Or perhaps I'm close to, I had a stroke, or I have diabetes, and it don't have nothing to do with being low self-esteem. I mean, I have plus size friends who are like, they, even though they're like, okay, I feel some type of way being this size, so I'm going to do something about it. But yes, I'm still me, but I realize that when I look in the mirror, I don't want to be this size, but it has nothing to do with me being having low self-esteem. It's just like, okay, this is just, I know, okay, my knees are hurting. I can't do what I can't exercise like I want to exercise. I can't get job, other factors. So even with Monique, I think that, I don't know what her ultimate reason was, but I don't think that she, I think that people will ultimately say she was because she was loud and this,
which I think was
that always having low self-esteem. But I don't think that, I don't personally think so. And perhaps maybe she was, I don't know, but I just don't like the correlation that people make with plus size people having low self-esteem. I just don't like that.
I agree with you. I agree that we shouldn't generalize it, but I do believe that most people that are overweight have altered esteem, as evidenced by when they lose weight, they break out. Like, where was all this joy and happiness when you was 300 pounds?
Well, I know people who break out and they that size, and
I know, but we're speaking to what we talk about a specific demographic. So my
about
thing
plus
is,
people.
and you know, we look at people and how they behave and how they walk and how they talk as esteem. Esteem has a lot to do with what's on the opposite side of the mirror, because anybody can cover up. Anybody could go shop off the rack. Anybody can go get their hair and nails done and put on a good show.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think it's true. I think it's really because of the way the rest of society views plus sized people or overweight people is that they think of it like that. People judge them or think they shouldn't be doing things. So
Yes.
I mean, like, you know, it's to the. Go ahead, Will.
No, I was saying yes. People judge me. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. So people will
we're not
judge
supposed to
you.
be eating in Cheesecake Factory because we plus size.
Yeah. I mean, some
You know
people.
what, Shanika, I'm with you, but it's the truth. I mean, it's like saying that's just something that we have to acknowledge, that we are judged.
I mean, we are judged, but people also seem to think that smaller women don't have low self-esteem.
And first of all, let me clarify, you ain't exactly plus size.
Who?
Who?
Who's not plus size?
Well, I don't think it would be about their weight though.
Well, like, so for example,
Self-esteem about something else, but it's not weight related.
Right.
Wait, I missed something. What happened? What?
No, she said you're not plus size.
Not exactly.
You?
Oh, she was talking about you, Shanika.
Oh, yes, I'm in the plus size category.
I
mean, I'm not saying. I mean, hips and thighs and girl, yeah. It's. I mean, but I'm fine with me. I'm fine. Yeah. I'm fine with me. You know, and I just you know, and I just, you know, there's things, and as I mean, you know, we got a lot of good comments up here, and we didn't really read them. Like, okay, so oh yeah. So, okay, but what I was going to say is that carrying three. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead, because yeah. Sorry.
Well, yeah, I would.
But what I was going to say about that is that we also have to recognize that there are smaller women, as they said, like Halle Berry and another one who suffer from low self-esteem. And as pretty as those women are and small, it's like they suffer. And it's like when you look at Halle Berry, it's like how? But it's like that stigma is not put on her because what you see is beauty. Right. How can she be plus size? But then as soon as you see a plus size person, which Will, that's on you. A plus size person, and in comparison to a small person like Rihanna and Lizzo.
Right.
Walk us through this one, Will.
I'm plus size. Okay. So Lizzo. Okay, so this is just going to definitely segue into that perfectly. Yeah. So Lizzo went to Cardi B, her birthday party, and the theme of it was dance hall. So, you know, that is showing everything, letting your sex appeal hang out. So let me just show you a few graphics just in case, you know, you have not seen it on everything.
And she was naked.
Okay, so let me give you a couple pictures. So she wore a completely see-through gown.
Some people pointed out she had no shoes.
Yeah, no shoes. Now, mind you, there were other people. I think Tiara, Mari or somebody was there. Couple famous people were there. Similar outfits, letting everything hang out. You know, they were getting glorified. People tore Lizzo up about this. They even said that this gown looked like something that Rihanna wore in 2014, which she got rave reviews on. So Lizzo, you know, she went to Twitter, or was it Instagram? She went to Instagram and, you know, she basically went off on everybody. She was saying, it's funny to me that people are upset that I'm wearing a see-through outfit or that I'm twerking in a see-through outfit. Saying that this is disgusting. Don't you have bills to pay? Don't you got mouths to feed, including your own? Don't you have a life to live? Don't you want to fall in love and make friends? Don't you got ish to do? And she was saying, go read the news, itch, before I read you, ho. Why are you worried all about me? So people were supporting her, saying that if Rihanna wore Lizzo's outfit, the blogs would gag about it. But hey, some said Rihanna be having breasts, nipples, and ass hanging out all the time, but y'all mad at Lizzo. Let her enjoy her life and her body. So I want to know is, she's big on that body positivity. I know she's doing that campaign with Dove. And then she made a post, someone actually interviewed her. Let me see. From Dove, and she made this comment. So during this recent conversation with a Dove spokesperson, she said, I have nothing to hide. There's no shame anymore. I just post myself. It's like, you can take me as I am. You don't have to love me. So a lot of people saying she's doing the most. There was a guy who actually posted something saying that she's doing this all for attention. And then she goes home basically and cries because she loves me. She don't have no man. But do you think that this is body positivity, or do you think that she's just doing the most for the attention?
Okay, well, I'll go real quick. I honestly don't know. She gets enough attention just by going out in public most of the time and showing anything. But I don't. It's also just the fact that she's already a celebrity. People liked her songs a lot. I don't know if she's released anything recently, but she already has that attention, in my opinion. And from the way the vitriol that she receives just from showing a little bit of skin is enough where I'm all like, last time she was crying. I don't know. I don't know if she's doing it just for attention. I think she's really just trying to enjoy her life and her celebrity,
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Chanel?
I think she's doing the absolute most.
The absolute most. Okay.
The absolute most. Body positivity, she has had a nude photo shoot. She can express herself freely in her shows. I mean, she has a platform where she has already put it out there that she's comfortable in her skin, we think.
Mm-hmm. We think.
Yeah, because like I said, a lot of people with esteem problems go outside naked. As a matter of fact, experts will say that those are some of the people that do the most.
Yeah.
To overcompensate, to make people know for sure that they don't have esteem problems. I don't think she should have worn that to that girl's birthday party or whatever kind of party it was. I think she's doing the most, and she could have expressed herself without being naked.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, because you said whose birthday party? It was Cardi B, the stripper.
Uh-huh.
Right? I'm just curious on if Cardi B had anything to say on it, but I'll just leave that.
Cardi B defended her. She defended her.
Oh,
she defended her on several occasions, though.
I wouldn't. That does not surprise me because she's all body expressing, like show it all. But what I really honestly think is that people are uncomfortable with as much of her body. People are uncomfortable with her body. People are uncomfortable seeing that much. And when I say that much of her body, it's not even like, it's a difference between seeing Rihanna's body and then seeing Lizzo's body, obviously. And I think that people get offended because it's like, okay, because it's not shaped as you feel, that it's not lean, it's not, like nothing, you have nothing. And now that this person is out there and her breasts are not all up and perky and her, whatever, and she has, she's thick around the waist, like it makes people uncomfortable that, it's like that much skin, that much meat, that much whatever in this see-through outfit. And whether I think she looks, no matter how I think she looks, no matter how you think she looks, no matter how any of us think she looks, it still took some confidence to get over the threshold of the front door to get outside. Whether she's doing too much or not doing too much, it still took some courage for her to get outside. So I just feel like, however, like for me, for instance, I don't like seeing guys in muscle shirts. I feel like there's a certain body that's supposed to be in a muscle shirt. And I've seen those bodies that have on my muscle shirts that shouldn't be in muscle shirts. But who the hell am I to say you shouldn't have on a muscle shirt if you are confident enough to wear one?
Yeah, but are you wrong for voicing that opinion that you don't like to see it?
No, I'm not wrong for doing that, but
so
it's
therefore
not
everybody that said they don't want to see it ain't nothing wrong with them.
Right, those who don't want to see it, they don't want to see it. But if she chooses to wear it out, you can't like why you gotta
Also,
make
you
that
heard that
this
saying
whole
everything's
deal?
good in moderation. So Rihanna's 32B. I just don't think it. I just because guess what? She's not on. She when she did her Dove photo shoot and all those other things, that's implied nudity.
Mm.
We didn't see her nipples. We didn't see her butt. That was implied. It was tasteful. We understand that she is for body positivity. This is nude. She came out nude, titties hanging. Just too much to me.
But does she wait? I'm sorry, what happened to but does she make us think about the issue and reevaluate our own thoughts and expectations? Well, I think that Eugene says, I think it's okay to be concerned about someone's health, but not their choices and you not paying no bills.
Yeah, but you know what they say, everybody has an opinion.
You're right. Everybody does have an opinion, but I still think at the end of the day, even if I chose to walk out with my cleavage showing or with my boobs showing or whatever, like you can say what you want to say, but don't say that shit to me. Like if you don't say that shit over there,
I agree with that. People are entitled to their opinions. People are entitled to wear what they want to wear.
Mm-hmm.
I just think she's doing the most.
I think that to me, what Shanika said, the key word was uncomfortable. And I think for me, because I felt like she was doing the most, but when I think about in other situations, even like when we were talking about Dave Chappelle last week, or other things that people find uncomfortable, seeing same-sex couples walk down the street holding hands. It's just people, we have in our heads, or we've been programmed what is acceptable. And it's been acceptable for so long for you to wear an outfit like this and you have a Coke bottle shape, you to be a certain size. So she is stepping outside of that. And to us, it makes us uncomfortable. People have been groomed that a male and a female and the child walk down the sidewalk. Now you see 2 men and a kid, 2 women and a kid, 3 women and 1 man and a kid. You know,
Can you bring up that photo of Rihanna again? Because I saw one person say that Rihanna put a lot of effort into her outfit and Lizzo was just sloppy. She didn't put any effort into it.
It looked like she went to the Rabbit store and bought some purple mesh.
Dang.
And put some sleeves on it.
Do we know where she got it from?
I'm going to be very transparent and very honest. To me, it is hard because actually in reading it, it's all hand-sewn crystals. Oh. So the gown is not necessarily a cheap gown.
You can't even see the detail.
Exactly. But what I'm getting to is, in a very transparent moment, I'm very biased because of the weight. I think if this gown probably on Rihanna, I would be like, oh my God, that is stunning. And it would be because of the weight.
Will, you took the words out of my mouth.
It will be.
We have been talking about being uncomfortable and voicing opinions. And me personally, I'm sure that I don't wear clothes out and about that expose me, but I do wear clothes that fit. I'm sure being a person of my size, people would be like, man, she knows she should have left that for somebody smaller. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to say that it doesn't make me uncomfortable. To me, it's distasteful.
Okay.
That's the term that I would use for her in that game.
Okay. All right. Well, if you saw me in a fitted turtleneck, you would think the same way with these double D's I got. So I understand.
I mean, me too. I mean, you know, I'm
but
sure.
I also know that I have these double D's and I would never wear it out in public without a blazer.
I have triple them, okay? And it ain't triple, I have triple D, but it's not because of my breast being that size that I would not wear wear that. And actually, like my mom just sent me a couple of dresses, but it's just a matter of like me, like how I want to look in it. But it looks fine. Like if I show my mom be like, it's fine. And I've seen people that I'm like, well, dang, like I've seen people in outfits that I'm just like that I'm like, I shouldn't feel no type of way when I put this on because I don't look like that and that. But I can commend you for wearing that shit. Like you just gave me a little bit more confidence to put on this outfit because I seen you. And I think that to me is almost like her because we've been fat shamed or body shamed so much. It's like it's going to take somebody to stand up and be like, it's okay if you wear that, and so it may make somebody uncomfortable. So
it is okay, it just don't look good.
And I was just thinking that took a long time to explain. From somebody walking out the door and you first seeing them, I don't have time to sit there and take myself through that mental training and conversation that you just had. The first thing I'm gonna be like is, ooh, why does she got that on? Because of how my mind is trained to recognize the standard of beauty or whatever, and saying that she shouldn't have that on because of her weight. I'm not gonna think about all the stuff that you just said. Now, if I got time to sit down after somebody cussed me out, then maybe I'll.
No, that is not. I mean, no, the mind does not take you there first. The mind takes you like she got okay because as a hairstylist, the first thing that my eye catches is your hair, and right. I'm like, that ain't right. That lace front is not right. That's the first thing. but or your makeup is not right. You know what I'm saying? Like your makeup is not blended well. That's what the eye takes me. But if you thought it looked good, who am I to say that? And then Chanel, my question to you also is because you have some pictures that you have posted on your page that you are not that okay. So a couple of them, like okay, the other day you posted a picture and you had breast cancer awareness signs over your boob. And then you had another picture that you're sitting that clearly you're nude, but there's part you can't tell. But how long
implied.
Okay. No, but that's not my question is how long did it take for you to get to the point of being like, okay, let me not, okay, my book. I don't know what your boobs look like. I don't know. But like how long did it take for you to get to the point of saying, okay, I'm confident enough from going, as you have said, 400 pounds to the size that you are now for you to sit in front of a camera and say, okay, I'm okay with it.
Well, like, okay, great question. So I'm never gonna be comfortable enough to wear that dress. I will never be there. But implied nudity is different. Like when Lizzo did the photo shoot for Dove, when she was sitting down and the picture was taken from the side, we saw her silhouette. Like I would do that in a heartbeat. That's implied. But I would, and also consider that the relationship between you and photography, that's an intimate setting. And you get to choose what is put out there and how it is put out there. So am I comfortable being completely nude in front of a photographer? Yeah. I'm not walking outside with a see-through dress on. I'm never going to be there. And those photos, my parts were covered, though you could see, use your imagination, what's there. But so it took me a while. I felt, well, I guess it didn't take, I guess I'm not there yet. Because I can't show that to that degree. I still can't do that.
I can't either.
To that degree, I still can't do that. So anything that I put out, if it's breast cancer awareness, whether my hand's gonna be over my boobs or something, it's gonna be covered up in some kind of way. I cannot walk outside naked with a sheer dress on. I still can't do it.
Like Fabian still wants me to wear my button-down shirts, like with several of the buttons unbuttoned, and I just can't do it. I'm not saying that it's bad. But I'm just saying I'm a man. I'm reasonably weight for our society, and I'm still like, whoo, like I'm not brave enough to do what Lizzo was doing, or any man who
I'm still not
out there showing his stuff. I'm just not, can't do it.
Amy, you know what? I have seen some ugly people lose weight and get their bodies put together, and baby, I have seen it, and I have commented on it. I've had long conversations about people who have lost weight, who was ugly fat, but baby lost weight, been to the gym. Oh my God.
But that's what I was saying about Adele. Break out. Give us. People are probably wanting to.
Wait till I lose weight. Oh my God, and get my body together. stop eating these oatmeal cookies and Kool-Aid. It's gonna be a mess. I might be 70, but I will be fine at 70.
Okay, I mean, we've been on this a little bit, but I mean, and this is, we can move on. This is really like a rhetorical question though, but like when will we ever move past plus size or people not being uncomfortable because you see a plus size body that's showing more skin or showing skin just like a small person? Like, I just think that's horrible. And I think that, like, who's to say who is to describe what beautiful is? Who's to set that standard? And the body standard, like, even as they say, like like when they say Serena is too masculine, like, but who's setting that standard of body? Like, her body is amazing, but it's like, oh, she's too masculine. Well, to be honest, like, even when you take your kids to the doctor, like, the standard size for kids, it's no more. It's not like it was in the 60s. It's not a standard head size or a standard, like, like your child is
that growth chart.
They're already obese before they're eating too. Like, who's that? Like, it's time.
It's been going on for as long as time, as long as the entertainment industry's been going. So I don't think it's going to get solved anytime soon. I think it's making progress by her. She's one of the trailblazers,
right?
And, putting it out there. But we as a society still have to get to the point where we see that as, I don't know if we're going to see it just as beautiful as, or at least not be offended by it, not be so uncomfortable.
Right.
Well, I just want to end with this. Like Will pointed out, there are vast differences between her outfit and Rihanna's outfit. Rihanna even had a wrap around her. So I really don't think that she compared the two. She should even compare the two. Girl, you are naked with nothing.
Well, I don't necessarily think that she compared the two. I think somebody got those two pictures and put them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I stand corrected.
She was going to a birthday party, and I think Rihanna was at one of the galas or Met Gala somewhere at one of the awards.
Award show. Yeah, it was
I can definitely say that Lizzo looks like she's at a party in Jamaica, at a dance hall party. Like, I've seen all kinds of women, all kinds of shapes and sizes wearing those kind of outfits that are see-through for sure in that culture. So, she fit in for what was going on. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. All right.
Outfit, yeah.
That was good. Who's next?
The outfit.
Chanel.
Deep breath.
Okay.
Next.
So, Gabrielle Union, I don't know what to say about her. She done went online and said that the person she is today would not be with Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
What? Like, you still married to him? Who?
Yeah. Yep. That's a message to him.
Yeah, I know. Wait a minute. Called his children break babies. So the children that you have between relationships, they're break babies. So your child isn't a break baby. To me, that's like a man saying a man has bastard children and then non-bastard children. I mean, who does that? How should we feel about that? I mean, I would be drawing up divorce. Okay.
Well, they've been through all of that. This is a part of her. I mean, I'm listening to her book now. What is it? How Anything Stronger or something like that. Really good. And she's talked about all that she's been through with her first book, when she was basically desperate and thirsty and she wanted this child. She's done a lot of growth since then, and she's already married. So she's just been growing within the marriage, and she's looking back saying that, had we had met
now
before, and I had this same mentality that I have right now, then we wouldn't be together. But she's in marriage, she loves him.
If she had met him today after her growth process, that she wouldn't be with him.
Yeah, but when you do better, you do better. So I mean, that's with all of us, that we wouldn't have made some of our decisions had we had known what we know today. I know I damn sure wouldn't.
So would you think that she's saying that she made a mistake?
I think, because
how should he feel?
They've had conversations, and it was close to being broken up, and he gave her advice about having babies, and she snapped at him and told him that you're not you're not qualified to give me advice about X, Y, and Z. So I think that conversation, I won't be surprised if she's told him that.
Right. And I think that you can't be mad at somebody's transparency, because just like somebody had asked her, like, why did you say that? Why would you say that? Like the statement that she said about if I met him now, I would not really kind of go through all that. And then she said, because it's the truth. And I think that in this book, it's really about like I watched an interview that she gave, and she's basically like, this is my transparency. So you're going to definitely need a lot of alcohol, and whoever alcohol, because I'm telling you what it is. And I think that, again, you know, once we're talking about, we're using this word uncomfortable, the truth makes people uncomfortable. Because it's like they think that, you know, it's like it's not like you know, and I hate to say this, but it's true. It's like, you know, you put your representative shows up first. Okay.
The image that she put out, she's been a good girl for so long.
Right. Your representative shows up first, and then as time progresses, you show up. And then it's just like, okay, you know, and then it's like, okay, now I'm getting ready to be transparent with you, because we in this thing. And it's like how much of my transparency can you take? And I don't think anybody should, like you, me, Will, Amir, nobody. I don't think that anybody should be have to suppress who they are, you know, to make somebody else feel comfortable. It's like, okay, it's just like, if you're here, you know, but everybody wants you to dumb down to them. No, I'm gonna need you to come up to where I am and be where I am. I'm not gonna dumb down to make you comfortable. I'm not going to water down who I am so that you're comfortable. So
I have a cool question about that. Like, so for example, with Dwayne Wade, just to clarify, you know, he's grown too, right? I mean, we're not saying that, like you said, Shanika, like they need to elevate themselves to your level as well. Are we saying that Dwayne Wade is exactly the same as he was when they met? Because I mean, she's just talking about herself. She's not necessarily talking about him.
And we haven't really heard what he said.
Yeah, we haven't really heard.
And I would like to think so too, because I mean, he has a child that has come out as transgender. Right. He's had the battle with the ex-wife. He has everything, you know, dealing with, you know, them having to have a surrogate for the baby. I think so there's a lot of growth just in those different things in itself. So, I mean, I would like to think, but I think that even with the, you know, they were talking about doing a sequel to Bring It On, because she even talks about that character in Bring It On. And she's like, I would not have, like, I feel bad because I didn't let her show the girl, like, be not the combative person, but it was like she took the low road, and I would have let her take the high road, because everybody always looks at Black women like we loud and this, that, and the other, and we did, you know, and keep telling us, just take the low road, don't be this person. And she was like, no, but the sequel, she was like, oh yeah, Isis, she's bringing it. So she's not taking the high road. She's going.
Well, let me ask y'all this, especially y'all married people. I mean, I understand about transparency and all that.
After that.
I mean, transparency and all that. But I mean, ain't nobody asked you if you would be married to this man. And is that, I mean, because she is who she is today, right? Through all her process, she is who she is. And to say, I wouldn't still, like, don't some married people say, even through our growth, I would still choose you? I mean,
oh, they got some pretty cards that have that on it. Some nice greeting cards. I've seen some of those. I've seen those before.
I mean, I don't know, how would you feel if you're, I mean, I'm sure you would appreciate the transparency, but how would you feel if your spouse expressed that? And is that in itself that statement necessary to express?
Well, first of all, she said that without the process of him having the outside baby or whatever, or the baby, because she said that, they were on a break, and so he had the baby or whatever. But she said, had she not gone through all the stuff that she went through, she wouldn't be the person that she is now. So I think that, yes, she needed those things to happen to her to be at the point that she is now. So I think that, you know, it's like it's almost like a bittersweet. It's like, okay, like be thankful that I'm not this person now. But I've had the experience with you, and we've grown together, we've learned together, we've had this and we've had that, and now this is where I am. But no, you got one time. You had the one time.
Did you put out 2
That was the let me put this out here. So I'm hanging in there, but do understand that there will not be a second baby. There will not be we on a break or we having a problem or we whatever, and you have a second baby. That's what that was. So I think that it's very, if you didn't go into a marriage with transparency and you start to grow after years and you start to realize things about you, because at 21, I'm definitely not the same person I was at 21 that I am now at 47. And there's some things that I'm like, I mean, and if you've seen my post that I posted the other day on my anniversary, and I was like telling my husband, I was like, you remember at 5 years, at 10 years, at 15 years, I didn't think we was going to make it.
Dang.
I didn't. But here we are, 26 years later. And still, even yesterday, I was like, I don't know if we're going to make it, little baby. I don't know. Like, I mean, but I think that people have those thoughts. And I think that you should understand, and then my thing is, if I have those thoughts or those concerns and you don't say, well, what is the problem? Because I think that there should be follow-up questions behind that. If I'm expressing, or if your spouse is expressing things and you don't, your follow-up is like, let's talk about it. What's the problem? Then who's really, where does the problem really lie? Because if I'm being transparent and you don't do a follow-up, then who's really,
I mean, if you even need to do a follow-up, right? Because I think in this case, if Gabrielle Union says, I don't think we could do this, and then Dwayne went, why not? Is it because I had a baby on you? You know what I'm saying? Like, just stuff like that. I feel like what she's been through qualifies for, I hope he knows why things weren't going great at this rate. But I do think it's true. You need some follow-up.
I would ask though, wouldn't you ask Amir, like, okay, so do you want me now? Because I mean, you are who you are now. And you saying if you...
That is a good question.
Do you want me now, or are you tolerating me now, or do you feel stuck now? That is why I brought it up. Okay, because where do we go from here? Like,
yeah.
But I think that she had her moment of expressing how she felt, because she even talks about how she felt when she found out that he had a baby on the way. She's already talked about that, and I think she's already dealt with that portion of their relationship. I think she already dealt with that. And I think that, I'm sure that this is not the first time he's heard that statement. I'm sure she ain't surprised him. It's like, turn to page 10. I got something waiting for you there. Like, I don't know. She didn't say that. I'm sure that they had this conversation before she went to writing this book, and it's going to be on that page. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or it's going to be that. I'm sure she had a conversation with him about it. Like, this is what I'm going to say. So I would just like to think that, like, you do understand that had I been at this place in my life, that we probably would not be together, because that's just a lot for one person to take on.
I think that happens in any relationship when one person is growing and the other person stays stagnant. You can't outgrow someone.
Yes.
Yeah, love it takes a lot more. I've learned it takes a lot more than love and good sex for a relationship. I've had both, and it takes a hell of a lot more. Trust me. When I tell you, it takes a hell of a lot more for the work. And I'm still looking for the other ingredients, but yeah.
I think she should follow that up with why you want to stay in the marriage. Because when you say the person I am today, that's real time. That's like,
yeah. Well, okay, so there's a 10-year, I think it's a 10-year age difference between her. And when they were together before they took the break, she had been having miscarriages. She's had 9 miscarriages. So when they had the break, and then the girl he got with did give him a baby, that hit her extra hard. So that's when she really started this spiritual plight to get to Gabrielle. And I guess she found the strength or whatever to go on. That's probably what prompted the statement. Before she was just like, I'm sure, I mean, she didn't say it, but I'm sure she was just happy to be in the number. I can't give him a baby, blah, 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 blah. And then, this old girl comes along, and she said, yeah, and then she felt the same way when the surrogate came, because she said the surrogate delivered a perfect baby. She was like, even her, she could do something that I couldn't do for him. So she's been having some feelings for a while of inadequacy with him.
And even with all that, that proves that she still loves him. So even if it says like, I wouldn't have been with you, it just proves like, hey man, you put her through a lot and she's still there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because even the little boy, even the boy that he had on the break, like all these kids, like he has custody of his nephew. He has custody of, he has the little boy. Like I think all of these kids live in the house with them. And like, I definitely know for sure, like, I don't think that their mother, the kid's mother really have much, like I've seen interviews with her and I don't think that she really has an ongoing, like a relationship with them. So it's really like Gabrielle and him and the kids and, all of that. And, when you, even with there's the son, Zaya, like you never see his mom. You never see his mom in anything that, when he was talking about transgender and going through all that and parties and stuff, you never seen his mom. So, I think that she's gone through, a lot, like just outside of just whatever it is that they had going on. So I think she built a relationship with the children and all of that. And I just feel like, because, she's had interviews before where she was just like, she was a mean girl and all that kind of stuff. And I just feel like she's grown. And we, when you're in a marriage and a relationship, that's what it takes. And sometimes, it is like, that one time when you did that thing, like I wanted to leave. But, I didn't, because I just felt like I might have been being extreme, or I just had to have a one-on-one with myself and it wasn't worth it. But I just need you to know that shit hurt my feelings, like, whatever. And, you work through it, but,
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm going to just leave it with this.
And she's also saying that when they did this like whole big, I don't know how long of a trip it was to France, and she was like, he was like one of the guys out for Bridgerton. I've never seen that. But she said that that's how she felt, like he was treating her like he kind of was like, I don't know what that means. So somebody would like to fill it in. I don't know what that means.
They were having sex on the steps?
Well, she said he was like one of the men off of Bridgerton. So.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm all like, either they were having sex all over the house, or he didn't want to have kids with her, or he had concubines. Like,
no, because she was smiling and she laughed and she was all like giggly about it. So all over the house.
Oh, wow.
Okay, got it. So he burned for her. I saw so many memes from that show. I didn't even have to watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
They said it's always what you're doing and not I burn for you. I was like, dang.
Exactly.
Well, I will bring it back to our topic next week, because we definitely need to jump into the Meek Mill, and I definitely want to talk about that. So I will be bringing my topic back next week. So if you were waiting on the Meek Mill topic, please make sure you tune in next week. We will definitely be talking about him. And is it art? So keep that in mind. Is it art or is it offensive? All right.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all tune in next week. Keep
sharing and liking.
Yes.
And bring your friends next week. Nobody can come alone. You have to bring somebody. I'm gonna take it.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a giveaway. I keep saying that. Maybe I'll do something. If you invite a guest, maybe I'll give y'all give away something.
Yeah, Shanika gonna give away something. On behalf of all of us. I'll drink with that.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you all so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for chatting with us. It has been real. It is always real. I'm glad to be home.
Do I look fat?
No.
All right. See you next week.
See you next week.
No.